We ask the Most High God to continue to sustain us, to continue to imbue us with strength, with courage, with tenacity, with determination to drive this audacious quest of Biafra to its logical conclusion. This morning is a very special one. Our brothers are in court, and we will want to ask our people, especially those in Abuja, to give us up-to-date information regarding what is going on there. Our brothers, Maazi Chidebere Onwudiwe, David Nwausi, Bright Chimezie, and Benjamin Madubugu are in court. And as always, we will expect victory because our hands are clean. Our enemies shall continue to scamper for safety in our presence. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter whatever evil machinations that they are plotting and projecting against us. In the end, they shall indeed turn around to be victims, and we shall come out unscattered. We shall come out victoriously because we are the beaming light and beacon of hope and encouragement for those who cannot speak for themselves. We are the children of light, and wherever we appear, wherever we are, the darkness that is beclouding a lot of people will disappear. The zoo called Nigeria should be afraid of us, not us being afraid of them. And that is why we shall continue to stand in the gap, for we are occupying a very higher moral ground, defending the rights and freedoms of humanity, and especially those shackled, those enveloped with fear and intimidation and morbid, unbalanced, emotional instability in the zoo called Nigeria. We ask our people to indeed come back to us, especially those in Abuja, to give us up-to-date information regarding what is going on there. My name is Uche. I am the deputy leader of Indigenous People of Biafra from Abatete. This Abatete is in the Dem is in Omamba is in Biafra. I am here, as always, deputizing for our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. We must make sure that every of his legacies, every of his intentions are protected, guarded, and guarded jealously. The heart of this project shall never be allowed to see corruption, and the gate of hell shall never prevail against it. That is our vow on this platform. Our enemies may scamper for all manner of adventurous conduct of theirs. They will do everything they like, but in the end, we shall be vindicated. We are not playing on this platform. Our method is second to none, and no evil man or woman, no enemy can overrun us. As long as our hands are clean, as well as long as we remain ideologically consistent. Very important. This is a live broadcast, going to be a very short one. Maybe we'll be handing over to our people in the United States of America when they are ready. But suffice it to say that the zoo called Nigeria has been brought to her knees. The center can no longer hold. Her handlers are running helter-skelter, and we are not going to allow them to escape the public and global attention we are giving them. We will continue to beam satellite on them. From the presidency of the zoo called Nigeria and the rogues who are operating under that fake individual, claiming to be the president of the zoo called Nigeria, to the state levels, to the monsters occupying different state governorship positions, and to civil servants, and to the gullible Nigerians. We will not let go. We shall continue to expose them for whom they are. These are hopeless individuals, and who have refused to think in the normal way a human being should be thinking. We are a privileged group of people, and this present generation of Biafrans shall not be swept under the carpet. We are imbued with strength, with courage, with integrity, and more importantly, with the technology very potent enough to bring down any formidable enemy. The zoo is no match to us, and we should not be afraid of them. We are only talking, and they are scampering for safety, running helter-skelter, with all their armories filled with all lethal weapons. They are afraid of us. How much more when we begin to defend ourselves against the murderous onslaught against us? We will continue to control and set agenda for these our enemies, and they must follow. Very important. Once again, a very live broadcast this morning, and we are primarily asking those who call themselves Nigerians, who is in charge of your affairs? Who is in charge of political authority in the zoo called?
Bring to Paris the hopeless idiot in Anambra government. But do you know that some of who call themselves civil servants in Anambra state, in Nigeria, they are cowards. They are stupid and hopeless. But they don't know that Biafra is only the solution they have. They don't know that Biafra is the freedom they have. Imagine we're in a country that has science, doctors, lawyers, engineers, professors, whatever they may call it. Somebody imported somebody from another country is governing them. All of them close their mouth. Shame on you people that say that you are elite. Shame on you people that say that you are educated. Shame on you people that say that you are civil servants. Bless you. Nobody will stop their quest. It's the restoration of God, and nobody will stop it. Mazi, we are here. We are campaigning for our referendum, and we are going to have our referendum. Let's go, Kadema. Bless you.
That's it too. Thank you very much. There is no going back. Mazobiu could remember results. Next call on the phone. Good morning from here. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Can you hear me?
Good morning from here.
Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Can you hear me?
Next call on the phone. Good morning from here. They are not talking. I'm not sure what's going on. Next caller. Good morning from here.
Hello, Mazu. Good morning.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I am Chigozi calling from Anambra province. And our president. I am the deputy coordinator at Obuti Iwuri unit. Mazu, I want to thank the Biafrans all over the world for being resilient and effort we are putting to make sure that our freedom is restored. I also want to thank you, Moko, for being with me. I also want to thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I also want to use
Yes, go ahead.
And every other body who is working to restore Biafra. May you still bless people. Because you are hearing my voice, this is Chigozi from Anambra province. I am the deputy coordinator from Ikudara. Thank you, Mazi, and may God bless you. Okay?
Thank you very much. God bless you too, and keep it on. Next call on the phone. Good morning from here. We are expecting our people in Abuja to speak to us. I don't know what's going on with them over there at the court premises. Go ahead. Call on the phone.
Good morning.
Good morning from here. What is happening where you are? There is a lot of background noise. Go ahead, please. He is no more there. We will have to proceed. Next caller on the phone. Good morning from here. Caller on the phone, can you hear me? Next caller, can you hear me? Good morning from here. Welcome to the program. This is a live broadcast.
To my deputy director, watching again.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, this is Hotel Biafra calling from Ahaba. Ahaba is in Biafra land.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, please.
Yes, the zoo don't have any case between we and them. If they can continue to holding our brother or doing our brother, whatever they choose to do. That we are here to tell the whole world that the people call Nigeria, they don't have respect for the court case. They don't have respect for the law. So what the people with the zoo need to do, people call Nigeria the animals being out of Fulani and Europe. What they need to do is to let our people go because we don't have problem with them. Because this is how they keep on doing our case between the leader of indigenous people of Biafra last time, and see they don't have case between the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Today they are still doing one thing or the other. If you call yourself a judges in Nigeria, you are very big mess because the person called Buhari is dead, and the person called Buhari don't have certificate. He's a Jubrin. And you people are keeping watching claiming that Buhari is a president of the zoo called Nigeria.
Anywhere you see, my brother.
This intimidation is too much for us because very soon we are not going to take it for you people. We are tired of killing us. My deputy director, my son here, he said that he want to talk to you, want to speak for Radio Biafra. Please greet them.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yes, say good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Wachineke. Good morning. Welcome to the program. God bless you. How are you doing?
Tell them what we need is Biafra IPU all over the world.
Yes, that's what we want. God bless you.
My deputy director.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
That is my son. He's closing to 4 years now. 3 years and now he's a hard Biafra.
It shall be well with him.
For them. That's what we need. We need freedom. That's why I told Brother last time. Brother, if you don't release the leader of the indigenous people, and he knows, because we have a Biafra soldier here, we have a junior, any time that the brother need, we are going to show him. That you can continue to do what you are doing. Chukwu Kikadiama is in charge. Queen of England, you people need to let us go because before look at come here, we know nothing past between Nigeria and Hausa Fulani. What we know is Oduduwa, Arewa, Biafra, and look at come here and join us together. The whole world, you people need to know. Queen of England, you need to know that the man that you are saying as the Buhari is a dead man. My deputy director, keep it on. Ahaba is on. Everywhere in Biafra land is on. In fact, our people have know what you are saying.
Thank you very much.
People for our language, my deputy director. I want to speak with my people for our language.
You make it snappy because there are so many calls calling. So many calls coming in. Make it snappy.
I will make it snappy, very snappy. I will make it snappy. From Ahaba here, from Enyandlog. You will make relation language the whole entirely. Unube for my own Yarabob. Oh, no, Shibobo. Only Bobo to do for my. We make to Nuba Biafra all the way. Not and out of Fulani water and that Biafra Naleka. Nuba shall take population why you go referendum. Referendum, the zoo must go, Nigeria must go. Therefore, I say to Mama, no, my deputy director, I'm going to bless you. Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
Bless you too. Thank you very much. Next, call on the phone. Good morning from here. Welcome to the program. Call on the phone. Go ahead if you can hear me.
Yes, my deputy director. Good morning.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. I'm so glad to get you today. My name is John Onwachuku. I'm calling from Anambra State, Onitsha Pedasi. I say Nachuku Kalamakotu, very few people in your ocean.
He say, bless you too. This is Radio Biafra presentation, a very special one indeed. This morning, the 14th of November 2018, on a day our brothers are in court. In fact, Biafra is in court. And we urge each and every one of us to indeed stand with them, because victory is ours in the end. And we will want a very direct report from that court premises by Biafrans who are, of course, standing in solidarity with these our gallant heroes.
I won't meet the office, but I can see them. I would get Nnamdi. I get prepared this was. I'm really sorry. I was getting serious before Nigeria. But they are afraid I can't free on quiet them. You say no about me, even if it was my deputy, God will bless all of you. God will bless your family. God will bless your lips. Everything that you will touch, everything that my leader will touch, everything will be blessed. And he will bless the land of Biafra. And we are going forward. No looking back.
Bless you too. Thank you.
We are going. Nothing will stop us. God is by our side. God is by our side. Look at this. They go and bring a foreigner to come and lead Nigeria. They are not ashamed of themselves. They are not ashamed of themselves. In fact, let me put it now. So that we give my brothers and sisters a chance. Till next time, I thank God this morning that I am permitted. I give God the glory. All the glory. Let's give him the glory, because he has made us get that hope. God will take us out from this Nigeria, this contraction. May God bless you in Jesus' name. You
say bless you too. Thank you very much. Next, call on the phone. Good morning from here. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. Hello. My name is Iwe. I'm calling from Aba. I'm happy
please
to
move away from the radio. Move away from the radio, please.
It's okay. Hello. I'm giving away from the radio. Sir, I'm calling from Aba. My name is Ezechiel. I'm an old Biafran soldier. And I'm happy for what you people are doing for us.
Thank you very much. You are our veteran. God bless you. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I believe that God will sustain you people to do all that is good for us, to see that we have our freedom in this our present time, to see that we will see Biafra. And I'm talking to my people.
You shall see Biafra as well.
And I'm praying that you people will help us to make sure that the radio reach to Nnamdi and the environment. There is no radio in that side. Everybody there is needed for the radio. Please, sir, if you people know how to help us to have the radio over there, I will be so happy, sir. Do it for us, and God bless you people. In your first name we pray.
You say, God bless you too. You shall see Biafra. We shall continue to do everything we can to make sure that our people are very much availed of the opportunity to listen to this gospel of restoration and redemption. And your request is very much taken care of. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
God bless you.
Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good morning from here. Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead, please. Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to remind people to just wait. Let's hear from people who are in Abuja, please. Let everybody wait for this moment, please. That is what I want to suggest.
Yes, but the truth about it is that I have called on our people in Abuja. They know how to get me, but they are not responding. So if, for instance, our people in Abuja are not talking, the radio will not talk again, we'll continue to wait for them and all that. My brother, look at it that way. If I say now, let nobody call, and then I will stay here, nobody is talking to us from Abuja, and so the radio will be, I mean, that silent. It's not possible, my brother. They know how to get to me if they want to talk on radio, but I have made that platform open. Our people in Abuja and the court premises should get in touch with us to give us up-to-date information regarding what is going on in the court. And while we wait for them, people should be calling in, my brother.
All right.
Thank you very much.
For all you have been doing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next call on the phone. Can you hear me? Good morning from here. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
Yes,
my
sir.
Deputy Director, Good morning,
I can hear
sir.
you. Go ahead, please.
Thank you for picking up my call, and thank you for being here for Biafrans. We shall be well with you. Let you continue to be with you.
And you too.
Mazi, I want to tell Abba Kiari that he can only deceive the Almajiris in the north, not we Biafrans. We Biafrans are so civilized to be deceived. Let them continue to deceive themselves. We are going home, and I want to place the word on notice to stand up and do the needful. An illegal government is being run by some criminal gang led by Abba Kiari. Let them stand up and do the needful. This is what I want to tell the world this morning. And lastly, before I drop my phone, Mazi, I want to remind Biafrans to always remember our standing order. If possible, write it on your doorpost. No referendum date, no election in Biafra land. Thank you, Mazi Uchemefo. Continue with your good work. We shall be well with you. Mazi Onyebuchi is my name. I'm calling from Abakaliki province. Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra. Thank you very much. And God bless you too and keep it on. We are not retreating, neither are we going to capitulate. Referendum shall be conducted in the whole of Biafra land, and the zoo called Nigeria ultimately must take a very final decision. All those who are hallucinating, all those who are sheepishly and hopelessly thinking that the zoo called Nigeria shall be good or better tomorrow are indeed hopelessly hopeless indeed. Who is in charge of Nigeria? Who is ruling Nigeria? Where is their leader? If the zoo called Nigeria is a country with people of conscience, with men and women of integrity, there should have been a revolution now. There should have been a revolution from all the youths and crannies. But no, you have doctors and lawyers and professors and captains of industries. You have members of the academia. You have the so-called learned men in the judiciary. And they are working around sheepishly, directionlessly, as if nothing is happening. But it is our duty here to talk sense into them. Or we continue to expose them. There shall never no peace until Biafra is restored. Biafra remains the only hope of the common man all over the world. The news that the zoo called Nigeria is being governed by a foreigner is reverberating everywhere. And it is our responsibility, individually and collectively, to continue to put this at the front burner, to continue to allow the consciousness of humanity to feel the pulse. What are we going to do? Get your Twitter account. If you haven't got one, continue to tweet all the news coming out from the platform of Radio Biafra. Continue to tweet the information given by our leader Mazen Kanu over the last weekend. Continue to tweet and retweet. That message must sink into the consciousness of the rest of humanity. We are not going to waver. We are not going to retreat. Neither are we going to abandon this cause, because this is a divine one and we are called. No other group of people are more placed to drive this message home. And that is exactly what we are doing. If you call yourself a hardcore Biafran, join the queue, do your bit, continue to allow the world of the monumental fraud going on in Nigeria. We cannot let go. We cannot indeed abandon this cause. Biafra shall be restored and the zoo called Nigeria shall go down. That is what we are doing here, and we call on all and sundry to join hands together to continue to do the needful. Do not go to sleep, because this journey has just started. If Nigerians are indeed human beings, they should have known that there is nowhere that they are going with the so-called already rigged fraudulent election of the 2019. A situation whereby people have been already given the signal that there is not going to be an election because the election is fraudulent. The principal actors who are driving it have shown you what they're going to do. Your PVC does not count. It is only used to manipulate the result. The so-called electoral umpire, Independent National Electoral Commission of the zoo called Nigeria, is only an agency used to subvert people's wish. After election, I think they told you that it is electronic voting all over the world. When results have been, or rather when election have closed at polling booths or balloting, the result will be announced within seconds, electronically. Why is it that after voting in the zoo called Nigeria, it will take the next 72 hours for INEC to announce the result? Is it truly is it truly electronic voting system? If it is not going the way it should be, why don't you ask questions? Why is it? What is the importance of the card readers, the voting machines? What is the importance of it? It portrays and projects a system that is electronic and technologically savvy and advanced. It is not manual mechanisms that are applied in generating results. It is computerized, kind of. So why is it taking 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours for the so-called electoral umpire called INEC in the zoo called Nigeria to announce results? Even at that, you don't need to go too far. Why is it that people are selling their PVCs? People are taking money in order to thumbprint. And even when you vote, they will go ahead to destroy your ballot paper and begin to thumbprint afresh, depending on the candidates of their own choice. Why is it that underage voters are being allowed to vote in some parts of that zoo called Nigeria? Why is it that the military has been used to stop opposition, to bar journalists? Why is it that military are used to try to cover up all manner of corrupt practices going on behind the scenes during elections? Yet they tell you that they are in democracy and that it is a free and fair election. Why are all this going on? Why have you not thought about those who have come out to confess, the likes of Ibrahim Mantu, confessing that every election period, every balloting exercise have been subjected to all manner of corrupt practices, that huge amount of money have been voted and given to election observers, given to party agents, given to opponents, and even given to INEC guys, in quotes, to see how they manipulate election results. What is going on in the zoo called Nigeria? Why can't people think like human beings? More importantly, who are you voting for? Who is the person you are voting for? Who is the leader of the zoo called Nigeria? You need to begin to ask questions. If you people called Nigerians are indeed advanced people with integrity, as you claimed, you should have begun a very massive action against the fraud going on in the zoo called Nigeria. You should have stood that the zoo called Nigeria stops everything that is called election until the anomalies in the system are indeed rectified. And how is it going to be rectified? That there should be a sovereign so-called national conference culminating in the reorganization of that abominable entity after being collapsed, that people will decide where they want to be through a referendum. In different parts of the world, there has always been referendum. In Ireland, for instance, when there is any major issue that the people will take a decision on, there is always a referendum. Referendum is not part of the constitution of most countries. Contrary to the lies people are telling you, that if you want to do any referendum, it has to be a part and parcel of the constitution. It has to be done by the parliament and all that. It is people driven. Referendum is always people driven through the representatives. And where the representatives are not in the mood, a popular uprising will give rise to it. So do not be deceived that we don't know what we are doing. We know what we are doing. The zoo called Nigeria, as it is constituted, cannot allow any free and fair political activities to go on. The only way forward is to collapse that system through massive action across board, through mass action across board. And if you don't understand what we are saying, then you have yet to understood the ultimate goal of this association effort. And you are also yet to appreciate the mess you have put yourself in. Those from Biafra who are clamoring for, oh, let us go for restructuring. What restructuring are you going for? What is restructuring in the first place? The two people who you are looking up to are from the same background. Fulani sentiment, Fulani bigotry. I'm thinking of all of them. They are all from the same background. They are not going to give you anything. They are out there to protect and entrench Fulani hegemony. Why is it that only Fulanis are in charge of your affairs, including foreigners? Why can't you begin to ask questions? Where we have begun to ask certain questions and taking certain actions, that we are no longer part of this mess unless something tangible and progressive is done across board to rectify the monumental fraud going on in the system and against us. Our people are on the edge. We are economically marginalized, emasculated, and emaciated. We are politically disenfranchised. Our resources have been plundered. And people are not thinking like human beings anymore. And it is our duty to remind the rest of humanity that here comes a time when something very tangible, something very dramatic in the right direction and progressive sense will be done. This is Radio Biafra presentation. I will go to the line now to bring in one of us who may speak to us. This is Radio Biafra broadcast this morning. Can you hear me? Our messenger, can you hear me? It's not talking. Can you hear me? A messenger, can you hear me? I don't understand that. I mean, call on messenger. Where it appears it's not in position to speak, or rather that he's speaking, but I cannot hear him. We will try and do something about it. Can you hear me now? Unbelievable. This is Radio Biafra presentation, and this morning of the 14th of November 2018, we are live on reaching you wherever you are on this planet. We're back in a minute. On the phone, can you hear me? I can't seem to be getting through.
I hear Biafra.
Hey, Biafra, good morning from here. Welcome to the program.
Biafra. IBM, one family. IBM, one family. IBM, one.
I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me on the phone? Oh, hey, Biafra. Can you hear me? Go ahead, please.
God bless you, my deputy. It's my singular honor and privilege talking to you this morning. I say, may Chico Kagama continue to bless you and our director, Nnamdi, Kanu, all that are working tirelessly to restoring Biafra. I say, may God Almighty bless and for us in the name of Chukwu Kikabiyama. I want to speak briefly concerning our brothers that are facing trial today through court. I want to assure everybody that we're going to come out victorious. I know the charges that is being levied against does not hold water, it does not hold ground. You know, the zoo, because they expect court orders, they should have been, freed for a long time. But because of, inability, that's why they are still in detention. But I want to assure, through our prayers, be set free in Jesus' name.
You say. Thank you very much. This is the Biafra presentation. We are moving forward. Most High God in charge. There is, thank you very much. There is a news on Facebook, fake news it is, saying UN invited IPOB deputy leader Alfonso Soka from F4 to detail shortly. Who is that person writing nonsense? I can no longer stomach all this nonsense. This is a very fake news and is in the figment of the imagination of whoever is doing this nonsense. Very important that our people understand what the issues are. We want progress to be made, but not by all means. The news on Facebook saying UN invited IPOB leader today is a lie from pit of hell. I don't care what it has on anyone. If you want to write anything about me, you must have to consult me and to confirm anything. don't know where that fake news is coming from, and it appears to be coming from IPOB. Fake account, I must say. That is a fake account. Body you see peddling this news is a fake profile, please. Very important. There's no doubt. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good morning from here. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, my deputy director Mopo. I say may school come and bless you and bless your family. In your ocean name I pray.
He said, thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is John Onwa. I'm a native of Ndagome, Vanala. That is it's in Biafra around the United States. So can I bless you? I bless my leader. I say, with Nigeria is in trouble. Why I say so is that the truth have come out. Our leader tell us the truth, and the truth will stand on it. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Biafra must come, whether they like it or not. The truth must fall. If they are not afraid, let them give us the date of reform for we to decide whether are we in Nigeria or not. I'm not among of the country where there is no freedom of speech, no freedom of movement. Everything in this zoo is bondage. Anybody in the zoo, there is no hell in this earth I ever see more than Nigeria. I want to tell everybody who is saying it's a Nigeria, anybody who is believing in one Nigeria, that person must be evil. And the evil must follow that person. We need our freedom. Nothing more, nothing less. It doesn't matter the time of intimidation. And I want to tell the zoo, must release our people, whether they like it or not, because it's going. Nothing anybody can do about it. I will make it. We are going home. So that all those people jumping up and talking about PVC. That PVC you're talking about, they're going to vote is the voting of your dead. The voting of the bondage of nation. After collecting 1,000, after collecting half bag of gin tomato, that is the abomination, and the cause will follow you all the day for all your life. All we need is Biafra.
Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless. Thank you. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good morning from here. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mazi Uchemofo. God bless you.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I am Mr. Nick Obonagu from Manchester. I want to thank you for waking up this morning to talk to back home and abroad. God bless you. Double fold. Nnamdi Kanu as well.
Bless you too. Thank you.
Yes. The news that is unfolding, we are looking forward for the world and every other living being to and confirm that whatever Mazinan has said is truth and nothing but the truth. So as we are, every one of us watching the meeting in Paris, some say our president was there, Nigerian president as per se, he was there, he was not there. Now the meeting has finished. A sensible Nigerians should be waiting to see the Nigerian president supposed to be back in Abuja by now or by today. The president has left back to his or her country. So we are looking for them to confirm that the president, after the meeting in Paris, is back in Nigeria. The national televisions are yet to tell us his. All that, having said that, the world or people of Nigeria should still confirm that something is wrong with our system. If every part of the world is celebrating Second World War IV, and every president had to gather somewhere in Paris or in America or in UK every year to remember the dead, those who died during the First World War, Second World War. How come that the so-called Nigeria have never fixed a date in history to celebrate the 3.5 million Biafrans, including Nigerians that were killed between 1967 and 1970? And nobody is saying anything. They are good to remember other people's deaths, other people's celebration, other people's remembering their casualties. But none of them have said, in our own country, we fought as well. The Biafrans, the Jaws, the Rivers, the Igbos, the Fik, those that belong to Biafra during that period lost their own people. The Yorubas, the Hausas, the Fulanis, some of them fought in favor of Nigeria, some fought in favor of Biafra. Souls we are lost in. If Nigeria was to be and not a contraption from UK, how come they don't respect this death for one day in their history? Monument somewhere in their capital to say, yes, we remember those who lost their life 1970. None of them says this. They want to fly to go to Paris every year to celebrate us. It's a shame. But the truth of the matter is that lies can only last for a while. People might hate Nnamdi Kanu for personal reason, or anybody has choice of who you like and who you dislike. But at the end of we are seeing light that people will later live to that this man was really a prophet God. He has done what nobody has ever been to do in the life. Even Mandela in South Africa has never done the kind of has done in just a very few period, including yourself and every other member of this Biafran community fighting for restoration of Biafra and for the betterment of Nigeria, not only restoration of Biafra, because the truth that is coming out from this section of people that can set every black man free, every Nigerian free bondage. That is the simple truth. We should remember, Nigerians as a whole should remember that 2-coup period, the war was fought with gun. But this era of 21st century, under the leadership of Nnamdi, is not to be the liberation or freedom is not by bullets or by gun from the beast or from those who want to get their freedom. It is through writing, speaking truth and nothing but the truth. Our forefathers fought with gun, but we are not going to fight with gun. We are going to fight just the way you've been doing it, without gun, without bullets, writing, meeting people that are supposed to be met, saying the truth on air, on writing. We are waiting to hear very soon from the mainstream Nigerian television to ask where their president, for how many days now that he has left for Paris, if he has to come back to Nigeria with a bandage on the other side of the ear, people should be able to ask him, how did you get this injury on the right side of your ear? I have never been so close to look this perspective. Since 3 days now, I have been looking closely to these pictures. I'm waiting. If Buhari comes back to Nigeria, whether it's Jubril or Buhari, come to Nigeria with any plaster at the right hand side of his ear, Nigerians should be able to ask into your ear, did any mosquito bite you in Paris? This nonsense must stop. This nonsense must come to an end. Keep on your doing, Nnamdi Kanu, and we are praying for those of our brothers who are today standing trials. facing injustice in the so-called Nigeria. We're praying for them. They will triumph at the end of the day. Today, the world is remembering Sorowiwa a few days ago. Every part of Nigeria who is looking for a vote is now trying to remember Sorowiwa. That's 10 years. Sorowiwa, nobody has ever thought of remembering him. Of the heat of this Biafran issue, Biafran freedom, people want to buy the heart of the Delta, those who still believe they are Niger Deltas and they are not Biafrans. By remembering that injustice that was done on that man, by remembering that that man was killed by some people who are still living today, and nobody wants to say something about it, they will begin to write, this person killed him, this person killed him. Only when that killer is dead. They are not good in writing and seeing how it is. Nnamdi Kanu was able to stand, tell people's fault in their presence, in their lifetime. That is why everybody hates him. Because it is for them to die, for him to begin to say all the evils that they have done to people. That is why I hate him. By the special grace of God, all these things will come to pass. We are looking for sooner or later, the truth will surface. Because pregnancy will not go 1 year. If it goes more than 9 months, it will not go more than 1 year. Let us see how the world is unfolding event in the so-called Nigeria.
Right.
Thank you, Mazu.
Thank you very much.
Before I drop, so that
yes,
I can give chance for other
there are so
brothers.
many callers waiting.
Yes.
You need
I'm going to drop immediately. Finally, before I drop, our media houses in Nigeria are not good in remembering what some day yesterday and what they are saying today. So I will encourage the media houses in Biafran land, including the source, including Biafra Radio, play every tape that has to the lies of people that are still in the political terrain of Nigeria. Play their tape yesterday, just like the tape of what Ahmad Bello said in 1950s. There are tapes of what Buhari said 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. There are tapes of what just said 3 years ago. There are many tapes of things that they said yesterday and they are not doing today. You know, all those tapes. To the memory of those who are having shallow brain in the so-called Nigeria. Thank you for that. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless you. And keep it on. We are waiting for our people in Abuja. Not sure what's going on there. We will want to get on this podcast going on. The court premises of the Federal High Court of that zoo, Nigeria, where Biafra is standing against the zoo. Of course, our brothers who are at the forefront, standing in the gap for our people, are there. Maazi Brachimenzie, Benjamin Marisi, Chidebere Onwe, or Benjamin Madubu, and a host of others, of course, including the case of our authority that are being taken into account today. We shall continue to beam satellite on the zoo called Nigeria. And we are not going to let them have upper hand against us. This way to go is restructuring. They say that we has radicalized a cross-section of Biafran youths and that they are begging the media to try to do something about it. We are formidable and we are asking you, Biafrans, especially Biafran youths in different parts of Biafra, to stand up. He has called. The truth that is coming on this platform is second to none. Nobody will be able to give it to you. I want you to remain focused and continue to ward off the advances of these chariots, these corrupt politicians. Those who are standing in the gap for you are not doing so. Community leaders, name them. Nyawodo is going to Chukwuemeka University Bariam campus, as I understand it, tomorrow to go and talk to students to come out massively vote. There is also a plan across board to deliver lectures and seminars to students in different tertiary institutions in Biafra land and beyond. We are urging Biafran students, we are urging men and women of integrity and of honor to stand up against political opposites who have collected money over and above their collective interests and have betrayed you, I must tell you. If they come to opposites, boycott them, rise up against them. Very important. They have earmarked huge amount of money to pay you off. What will 5,000 naira, 2,000 naira, 10,000 naira do for you? That you sell and mortgage your conscience. If it's lasting solution for your problems, join IP and boycott every elections being imposed. 2019 election is one of it. If you want this problem to stop, if you want all the difficulties you are subjected to, it is going to be collective across board to constitute a very formidable position against this evil, orchestrated evil, monumental fraud going on. Begin with what is going on at a Bariam campus of Emeka Ojukwu University. Tomorrow, we understand that a number of people, including Ohaneze and Ibonyawodo precisely, are going to be there to talk to students, to deliver some lectures on the need for you to participate, to vote in the forthcoming election. Those who were there before will for you. Even the so-called governors in Biafra land, what have they done for you? For how long will we allow these people to continue to deceive us, to continue to sell our collective in for their own selfish and political aims? Now is the time for us to stand up against evil. It is not about praying to God. Come down from heaven, from this evil, save us from this hardship and all that. It is common sense. God has given us the life. He has given us the intellect. The thing we are doing in terms of voting is going to come to naught because the election is already rigged. We are seeing the ominous signs and not even the signs. We are seeing what is happening everywhere across board. No vote is being casted and taken into account. If we want these fraudulent activities to stop, stand against election. Stand against any. Withdraw your consent to vote. See what will happen. Once again, we remind the students at the Chukwuemeka Ojukwu University, precisely Ibariam campus, to stand and defend their future by rejecting these evil men coming to that election. We're going to pay some of you to be ambassadors for this. There are those who say that they are of Biafrans in Nigeria. These are charlatans that don't know their left and right. These are the people being used to destroy the Biafra Resistance Project. These are the people who tell you Biafra today, tomorrow they say something else.
They went and pitched tent with Chief Chekwaso Korea's party. We want to tell you the monumental failure of the people and where they started. They were swept away, just like we were telling you. The corrupt Nigerian political system won't allow Biafran cause to coast. Therefore, the best way for you is to dissociate yourself from it. These people who are now going about telling you, oh, restructuring and all that, article, they call it, articulated, and all the rest. Them people that told you that there are movement of Biafrans in Nigeria, and they are being mobilized by politicians. Today they are telling to come out again. Ask them, your first experimentation so far, what happened? They failed woefully. They wanted to use Jefferson Okore's party. They formed alliance, and they were nowhere to be found. And it buttresses what we have been saying, that as long as Nigerian system is concerned, you cannot assume anything Biafra there, because there's not going to be any headway. Saying that they want to get inside. From inside they will now begin to change. It's not going to happen. Because the Fulanis who are dominating everywhere in their numbers, they have strength, handed them an advantage right from outset by the British. And unless the structure is collapsed and a level playing is given to everybody, there is nowhere we're going. We're not going to make any headway. Anybody telling you that, oh, let us go vote in this person, that person, when we get there, when times, ask them, what have those who have gone before you, what have they done? What have those people done? The last of it was Chief Victor Ume that sponsored a bill. Why did that bill fail? Why did it fail? It failed because it didn't have the number of people at the so-called House of Senate to allow it to sail through. That was an honorable bill, which from common sense should have passed across board in the interest of so-called national unity. But the Fulanis voted it down. They swept it away because it doesn't favor them. How many House and House of Rep members are going to represent your interests? With this present situation of things in the zoo called Nigeria, with the structure as it is, you're not going to change anything. People who are saying, we are going there to go and restructure the zoo called Nigeria, restructuring in what sense? And more importantly, why can't they restructure it now? If they restructure it today, they cannot restructure it tomorrow because it's not going to work. They said, yeah, we know that things are difficult now, but we need to vote in our members, our people to go dance. But you have your people there. Why is it that they have not been able to change the system? You have them now. And mind you, keep in mind that the number of people who are already there from different territorial districts in different parts of Biafra land, the same number of people we are going to vote in, if ever you are going to vote. And then when they go there, because of numerical disadvantage on their side, they are not going to go anywhere. I shout till tomorrow, as long as it is not in the interest of Fulani hawkish politicians. controlling the entire House Representative and House of Senate, you are going nowhere. So what sense are these people making? The only way to make headway is to stand and take a position taken by IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, that the zoo called Nigeria as it is collapses. That the structure as it is collapses. That people will come together, if ever they go forward, and renegotiate their very of existence and union. Everybody must be given a level ground. But these opportunists from Biafra who have collected money will of course do what they want to do because they have collected money. They don't want reason. Anybody telling you go and get your PVC in this photo, we have this person as vice president to be and all that. What is he going to do? The vice does not have any power in the zoo called Nigeria. As a constitution, no matter how fraudulent it is or provides, we continue to repeat. Why is it that they are not able to change the system? If they cannot change the system now in 2018, is it in 2019 that they're going to change the system? Because the number of senators and House of Rep members they have now that are not able to change anything is the same senators and House of Rep members that they're going to have in 2019 and forward. And the same constitution that provides them is still in place. How are they going to change things? Do you see the deceptive tactics of these people? Do you see that our people are indeed hopeless? Do you think that to protect your future with these people? Do you think that these people can be trusted with their future? Of course, you know what is happening to you now. That is why IPOB remains an agent of change. Out, let go until total victory, total liberation is achieved. The zoo called Nigeria is fraud on its own. It is found in every aspect of the world and should be seen as such and exposed. More importantly and ultimately, who are you voting for? Who is your leader? Who is in charge of the zoo called Nigeria as we speak? A very pertinent question you should be asking claim to be Nigerians. This is Radio Biafra presentation. Once again, we remind our people that some agents of the zoo called Nigeria are at it again. They have collected a huge amount of money. Some self-styled political leaders in Biafra land. Ohanezen, some of them call themselves academics, doctors, lawyers. Motivators, community leaders. They have been commissioned to go about different locations. Tertiary institutions are one of them. Churches remains their target or remain their target. And they have some so-called men of God, members of clergy, to talk to their members, to vote. They are even connecting it to biblical ethics, telling that if you don't vote, that it is a sin, God. That's a lie from Peter. We must not politicize the pulpit. We must not politicize the house of God. We cannot continue to transact, corrupt, practices. We cannot allow practices to be going on in the house of God. Our people who are members of different churches, congregation, that form part of different churches, in different parts of the land must stand up and indeed stand evil in the face and call it by its name. Our people are on the edge, are in a precarious, slavish situation in the zoo called Nigeria. And we are determined to wriggle out of that. How are we going to wriggle out of that? By doing the needful. It is that needful to stand up against injustice, to stand up against evil. We must do it in a way, but we must also remain consistent against these evil men and women who have collected money from their house of Fulani to come and brainwash our people, to mortgage their future even further in perpetuity. Chukwu Odimegwu Ojukwu University is going to host some charlatans who are politicians and members of Ohanese and Igbo, as we have good note. Maybe after this period they will run away, but because they have collected something that they will run away. There are some students who are condemned already. You must have to choose between selling a future and salvaging it. We are calling on foreign students to rise up against anybody or group of people telling you to go and vote 2019, because your future is guaranteed. Insist that the position of IPOB must be seen to its logical conclusion. Join indigenous people of Biafra wherever you are, in different institutions of higher learning in Biafra land. What we are telling you is the sacred truth, nothing but the truth. Go and do your research and find out why things are not going the right way for you. It is because those who are entrusted with your care, with your future, are indeed betraying you. The money that politicians are giving to churches, is it their money? The governors give to churches, the money that House of Rep members, senators give to churches, their money. These are constituency budgetary answers given to them. And for your own welfare, why are they giving it to churches? To vote for them. Why are churches allowing women and women, criminal politicians who kill men and destroy on the pulpit, and blessing them over and above the vulnerable congregation and their interests? Stand up against evil that he may flee. And stop calling God and blaming him, for he has given us everything it takes to take care of the lives that he has given to us. Now is the time for us to insist that the needful should be done. We are still waiting for a very comprehensive report from our people in Abuja, very important. And we urge you to remain focused and resolute. Number to call remains +44 74 05 +44 74 05 269 494 +44 74 05 269 494. And in a very short while, we will be sending because if we cannot get any up-to-date information regarding our people in Abuja, we will, of course.
From Owerri, I am highly blessed today for hearing Biafra.
You say you are blessed.
Biafra must be released, and the mighty Yeshua HaMashiach I worship.
He said, God bless, and keep it on. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's call on the phone. Good afternoon from here.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, I can hear you. God bless you, please.
My name is Marisi. I'm calling from Abakaliki province in the Biafra land. I want to greet my able and the current, the Chico come a blessing, guiding, and generation forever in the name of Yeshua. As I was telling my people here in Abakaliki province, don't never dream to collect any TV. Never to vote for any. Don't vote any devil. Devil man is going around what the local government in Abakaliki province going around. Do not listen to it. All of them are deceivers. They're deceiving our people. Ask him, that man, no devil man, that governor. Ask him what is his children. Let the guy bring his children from abroad. Let them come and vote for him. And a member of family. Don't vote for anybody. Those people that are deceivers. Anybody. We are waiting for our date of referendum so that we vote out and get out from this Jew country called Nigeria. This country is not a country. You see their president. The man died long ago. They are replaced by Guinea from Sudan. He should have come back yesterday on Tuesday from France. Yes, nobody see him. Nobody knows what about him. Whether he has gone back to Sudan, I don't know. But we are waiting for him to come back. So I want to tell my people, vote for anybody. Don't put any election for Jew country. Forget about those Jew countries. We are not in Biafra. We believe on Biafra. And our leader, Nnamdi, he will lead us to promised land for Biafra. We shall see Biafra. All Biafra people shall see Biafra. My leader shall see Biafra. In generation shall see Biafra. Nobody but a woman can kill him. Biafra must come. The school come and bless you and guide your generation. Bye-bye for public progress.
Thank you very much. God bless you too and keep it on.